banditry into vigilantes. And there's also a plan to make sure the chief of defense staff doesn't go fighting the bandits. What does that tell you? Does it mean this banditry is being protected? So that is what we are going to be taking a look at today, everybody. So feel free to have your comments. This is Straight Talk, no bending corners. Everybody, let's go talking. The former Executive Secretary, National Health Insurance Scheme, Usman Yusuf, an oncologist, is usually been talking up on stoking up the storm over the Bola Tinubu's administration's plan to fight banditry and insecurity in general with every determination the government can summon. Well, tragically, some Northerners to whom he has directed his inciting rhetorics appear convinced that he is in a genuine article. On the other hand, the fight against insurgency in the Northeast has reached a crushing and intense level. It may be plagued by half measures such as de-radicalization and rehabilitation of insurgents after capture or after surrender, especially ahead of their victims still marooned in refuge camps. But on the other hand, the campaign against banditry in the Northwest appears bogged down in ethnic and religious rhetorics incomparable with any zealotry. Well, the country has seen since independence in Nigerian history since 1960. We have never seen this kind of unprecedented banditry attacks, but this is exactly what is going on. So people, what do you make of this? It is very, very interesting for us to know that some of these bandits are being protected in quote, in parentheses, because from the look of things, if you are telling Bola Tinubu's administration not to fight banditry and insecurity with all they can muster, you're making it a matter of northern religious and ethnic affair by some northern elites. What does it mean? Does it really mean that these elites are supporting banditry? Well, they will tell you they are not supporting banditry, but they don't want the banditry to be killed. So these bandits are running terror everywhere. But when General Christopher Musa retired, now defense minister, they are warning him to stay away from the bandits. And there are plans now to make the same bandits as vigilantes. So what an interesting turnaround of events. All right, as watery as that conversation is, let us go and take a look at what the papers are saying this morning before we come back for that conversation. Everybody, join me live on Facebook, join me live on YouTube, as well as other channels. Send in your messages, and we will gladly read them out for the public. Welcome aboard. My name is Barry Cosmos, the Radio Marshal, and this is Straight Talk. Okay, thank you very, very much for joining us. Let's go straight into the newspaper review. Today, we start up with the Punch newspaper. On the Punch newspaper, autonomy battle, LG demands direct funds as state receive 7.43 trillion naira. Well, the Association of Local Governments of Nigeria and the National Union of Local Government Employees have thrown their weight behind President Bola Tinubu's plan to enforce direct deductions of council funds from the Federation Account Allocation Committee, even as state governments continue to retain control over allocations to local governments. Where during the 15th National Executive Committee meeting of the All Progressive Congress at the State House Conference Center, Abuja, Tinubu urged state governors to comply with the Supreme Court ruling granting financial autonomy to local governments. The president warned that failure by governors to honor the verdict may compel him to issue an executive order to ensure direct allocation from the federation account to the local councils. While Tinubu's remark followed the July 11th, 2024 judgment by the Supreme Court, which upheld the federal government's suit seeking to enforce financial independence for local government. In a unanimous decision, a 7-member panel of the Apex Court declared that it is unconstitutional for state government to retain or manage funds meant for local councils, where the judgment held that the use of caretaker committee amounts to state government taking control of the local government, and it's a violation of the 1999 Constitution. However, 1 year after the judgment, 1 year, 18 months after the judgment, findings by the Punch now that the process remains largely unimplemented, where the local government allocations have continued to pass through state governments, and delays and disputes between the central bank, state government, local government authorities, and other relevant agencies. But the Punch learned that the state government received control over it, at least 7.43 trillion naira meant for local government council between July 2024 and December 2025, despite the landmark Supreme Court ruling mandating direct financial autonomy for councils across the federation. All right, so this is what I just needed to give you all that information as written by the Punch newspaper. I'm getting tired of talking about this particular matter. Why is it that the National Assembly, the APC administration, they are swift to take decisions in any other matter? But when it comes to this one, 18 months, that's a year and 6 months after, they are still dilly-dallying and making, a Mickey Mouse chase over local government autonomy funds. This is a Supreme Court pronouncement. And yet they want us, the ordinary citizens, to obey court orders and court rulings. How does it make you feel like? If a governor of a state cannot obey the Supreme Court of Nigeria, who will? Who should? This is getting out of hand. The Supreme Court has already said, give local government their money. Why are the governors still holding it? And now, 18 months after, President Tinubu is just saying, Mokuna comply or I will be forced. It means he is pleading for governors to obey a court order. What a country. What a joke. At the end of the day, President Tinubu, it didn't take time for you to issue a state of emergency in Rivers State. He didn't take that. Just we sleep, wake up, here, say they don't change Nigeria anthem. It didn't take you time. It didn't consult. There was no Supreme Court judgment. It didn't take you time. We hear say they don't send soldiers go Benin Republic. Even before National Assembly go hear them, the soldiers, Nigerian soldiers don't land for Benin Republic. It didn't take you time for you to do. Before you even enter Sodok, subsidy is gone. Plunge Nigeria into all this mess we are suffering to. But now, give local government their fund. A case the federal government instituted went to court. Supreme Court now ruled, and 18 months after, they are still thinking of, I go give executive order. Who the hell are we trying to deceive now? Apologies for my language. But this is getting to we need to say it the way it is. It is what it is. And at the end of the day, well, if the president is serious about implementing it, that will be the best thing that will ever happen to Tinubu's administration so far. Because at the end of the day, the local government chairman, even though they say they are getting allocation, because most of them were installed by incumbent governors of almost every state. That is why in Rivers State, as soon as they took over, what did the Supreme Court do again? Or what is it, the Supreme Court or whatever court that removed all the elected local government chairmen under Fubara and then did another kangaroo election, as well as installing whoever Wike wants and then giving about 3 seats who are not part of what. Still, other parties, APC, took control of Rivers. And now Governor Fubara has joined APC. It means all those scheming and the skewing of Rivers State, Wike and the rest of them, he's now in charge of those local governments. So what are you going to do? But at the end of the day, this whole matter is dragging on for too long, annoyingly so. This is a constitutional matter. If we want this thing to completely, governors don't have a say, make it a constitutional matter. Why on earth are we going to have funds passed from federal government, passed through state government, before it reach local government? Why? Are there 2 tiers of government or 3 tiers of government? if we have 3 tiers of government as enshrined in our constitution, this local government should be completely independent of the state government. But no way. That's why we have local markets and state markets. Every state is made up of localities. Even here in the municipal, there is a local government called the municipal council. So if there are markets here, who's supposed to be taking the levies and all the taxes and the rest of them? Is it not supposed to be the local government, who in turn give the state their own quota? But at the end of the day, the state take and give local government. That is just what is happening. At the end of the day, if these taxes are now sent to the local government, it also means that there should be money from the state account to the local government. And there should be money from the federal government to the local government. And therefore, dividends of democracy will reach the grassroots. And every Tom, Dick, and Harry should be enjoying this country with a massive amount of money they say they are now sharing. Yet, you cannot see any good road in any rural community. None. The road leading even to the local government headquarters are bad. Not to talk of other roads. So you can imagine how that situation is. It's terrible. And yet, Tinubu is still thinking, I will give executive order after 18 months. It doesn't make sense. But at least if you finally give the executive order, thank you very much, sir. You don't try. But the impunity with governance in this country is getting too much, and we need to call it out the way it is. Thank you very much on that matter. Let's move out to other segment of the program, other news on the Punch newspaper. Jigawa LG unveils monthly allowances for ex-council chairmen and others. Now, this is what the kind of crazy thing that we hear. The governors are getting allowances, monthly pension, have been awaiting. Now, local government chairmen going to get their own. How much of this money is going to go to ex-chairmen? This money is supposed to be used for the people. Somebody who served a state for 4 years, 8 years, will get more money than the person that served a state in Nigeria for 36 years. Does it make any sense to anybody? But that's what it is, man. It is what it is. And we got to live with that. U.S. launches 3,000 leave voluntarily immigration plan. So they say, when you leave U.S., they'll give you $3,000. $3,000, okay, let's say. Somebody should punch that calculator and tell me the figure. They say, yeah, take this one, leave our country. Oh, my God. That's what they are saying. All right, we move on now to the Vanguard newspaper. On the Vanguard newspaper, Gazette for All, we didn't alter tax laws. That's FG. So what you're saying now, this is another breaking story that is being on and on and on in the stories. Let's take a look at this a little bit. I've been trying to see how I can get the tax authorities in Imo State to be here. But unfortunately, we've not been successful. That's why I've not really gone deep into conversation on this tax matter. But just so you know, the whole thing stems from the fact that there are discrepancies. Now, the major discrepancy is giving Nigerian tax authority, that is the federal government, power to carry arm, power to arrest, power to prosecute. And the most controversial of it is that if you are accused of any tax offense, they will arrest you. And before anything is done, before you even go to court, you will pay 20% of the supposed amount. For instance, if they come and accuse Barry Cosmos that I am owing tax today, and they say the tax is 5 million naira, it means before they even judge you, find out anything, Barry Cosmos will pay 20% of that 5 million to the tax authorities. Then if you're not found guilty, you pay the rest. If you're not found guilty, you go like that. How does it make any sense to anybody? Now, this is a controversy. And the reps are saying, we did not sign this. Federal government said they didn't alter. Hi, Linus Mba. When are these people ever going to tell us the truth? Well, according to the presidency yesterday, distanced itself from alleged alterations from tax bill passed by both chambers of the National Assembly. Addressing questions from journalists, the Minister of Information and National Orientation, Idris Mohammed, dismissed claims of executive interference in the tax law process, saying any discrepancies identified was an affair of the National Assembly. Gang, 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 gang. Yes, 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 yes. I like this response. It's an affair of the National Assembly. They don't put in a for wire. They don't carry in a go one corner. They don't live in a. They don't tear gas their eye now. You are How this man used to talk himself, you are a man. Well, Mr. Abdurrahman Dasuki, PDP Sokoto, alleged last week that the gazetted version of the tax law is different from what lawmakers debated and approved, prompting the House of Representatives to set up a 7-man committee to investigate the matter and report back. Amid pressure and public outrage, the House of Representatives will sit today to debate the issue. The Senate will also sit to deliberate on constitutional amendment, amongst other issues. We're responding to claims by lawmakers that the tax laws President Bola Tinubu signed into law differed from what the National Assembly passed. Idris said the matter was firmly within the legislative domain. To be honest with you, I have not seen the two versions. What I know is that the executive presented a document. It was processed by National Assembly, passed, returned, and signed. If the National Assembly has identified discrepancies and has set up a committee which would allow the process to run, he said. That is according to the Minister of Information and National Orientation. The minister stressed that as far as the federal government was concerned, there is only one version of the tax document, adding that any further clarification will come after the lawmakers conclude their review. Okay, let lawmakers investigate. That is coming from Oyedele. While speaking in like manner, Chairman of the Presidential Fiscal Policy and Tax Reforms Committee, Taiwo Oyedele, asked the National Assembly to investigate alleged discrepancies in the gazetted version of the laws. Oyedele spoke on China's television's program amid growing calls for suspension of implementation of the tax laws by former Vice President Atiku Abubakar, the 2023 presidential candidate of the People's Democratic Party, and then Peter Obi of the Labour Party and several civil society organizations. Reacting, Oyedele dismissed reports circulating in the media as misleading, insisting that claims of discrepancies could not be verified without access to the officially certified versions of the bills passed by lawmakers. Meaning what? Does it mean the lawmaker speaking didn't know, he didn't have the document when they were deliberating? You didn't give them the document, so they just listened to you talk and they now gave you a go-ahead? And you said you have not seen the official document. I don't know why these people think that they talk to my 1-year-old daughter. You know, so that one, you go tell her, say, go bring your shoe, you go, you run, come off the house. You go come by, no, see you, you go to a normal. The next time you can't go still open the hand. Daddy, is this people, they think that's what we are talking to or what? Well, that's exactly what it is. What do you make of this story, people of God? It is wanting to say something and wanting to prove it. Yet, Oyedele also addressed concerns surrounding the controversial provision in Section 41, Sub 8, which reportedly require a 20% deposit, saying he reached out to the relevant House committees for clarification. I know that the particular provision is not in the final gazette, but it was in the draft gazette, he said, adding the same document circulating publicly we are prepared before the committee had concluded its work. So now, you're not telling us that the final gazette, which you made public, and this person saw, they have not seen it. The original final gazette is coming. Who these people want to deceive? Maybe they say they put it in, they not go notice. At the end of the day, they don't put them. People don't talk. They say the final draft never come. Oh, me trouble. Anyway, what do you make of that story? This is Straight Talk Live on Echo FM 100.7. If you are listening, if you are feeling me, say, Well, AFCON 2025, Nigeria vs. Tanzania preview, dates, time, and where to watch. This is on the Vanguard newspaper. I think the Nigeria vs. Tanzania match or the AFCON going on in Morocco is happening today. Well, the sports chef is going to give you all the medicine dose on that particular match. ADC, Tinubu's 2026 budget buries next generation in debt. Uh-oh. All right, after this story, we're going to open up the phone lines for you to holler. Well, in Abuja, the African Democratic Congress, ADC, has described President Bola Tinubu's 2026 budget proposal as a dangerous debt trap that threatens to mortgage Nigeria's future and deepen the country's fiscal crisis. Well, in parliamentary review of the budget presented to the National Assembly by President Tinubu, the opposition party said the proposal exposes growing fiscal recklessness, administrative chaos, and what it called a disturbing lack of concern for future generations. With a statement by the ADC's National Publicity Secretary, Malam Bolaji Abdullahi, faulted the government's claim that the proposal represents a budget of consolidation, renewed resilience, and shared prosperity, arguing that the document reflects a continuation of failed fiscal practices under the Tinubu administration. What was presented was only a consolidation of the fiscal recklessness and renewed wishful thinking that have become the hallmark of Tinubu's administration. If approved, the only thing this budget is capable of sharing is more debt and greater misery in the years ahead, the ADC said. What do you make of this? Do you agree with the ADC? It's time for you to holler 0911 2022 or 0707 454 1014. This is Straight Talk Newspaper Review live on Echo FM. First caller on the line. Put them a line. Good morning. Welcome aboard.
Good morning, Barry.
I greet you.
Happy Christmas in advance.
Thank you, Malga.
How's your family?
We thank God. We're doing well.
God bless you. May God help you. God protect you.
Amen.
Any enemy who will come against you, I say, may Almighty God destroy that person.
Amen.
And may God help you in this Christmas. May He give you more money in your account.
Amen. Thank you very much. Amen. Thank you for your prayer. Thank you. Yes, sir. Welcome aboard.
I want to ask, Barry.
Sir.
Does it mean that this government cage everybody, people that's supposed to talk, that they should not talk? This tax reform, or tax whatever they are calling it, somebody like Atiku Abubakar, somebody like Itobi, and so many of them, are they not supposed to drag federal governments to court? Are they not supposed to drag federal government to court, at least to stop this mess? Yes, and we know that Tinubu is the honor of all the judges in the country.
Okay.
But at least let them try a little.
Okay.
All of them keep quiet, not talking anything. We will not die. If them will die before us.
Okay.
If them will die before us.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you, Brother Calvert. Good morning.
Good morning, Barry Cosmas, my very good friend and brother.
Chief Jude.
Compliments of the season to you. Happy Christmas in advance.
Happy Christmas,
my
Chief
name,
Jude.
you will guess, is Chief Jude. You're a very good friend that will always come from New Jesus in Imo State.
Yeah, welcome.
Well, let me criticize ADC in the most unprecedented and humongous manner for their reckless statement that the 2026 budget will mean burying Nigeria in debt in years to come. Well, my position is this. If anybody is surprised about this, I, for one, is not. Even as Christ, our Savior, was busy going about doing good, his kinsmen, the Jews, asked whether anything good could come from his small town, Nazareth. And I think that's the scenario that is playing out now. Indeed, nobody expects anything good to come from ADC. But then, I want them to know that what they are saying is a figment of their own imagination. A far cry from the truth. Baseless and then a frivolous allegation that cannot hold any water at the end of the day. So let them trail back their footsteps, because we do not expect anything good to come from them. And as a matter of fact, which ADC is even saying so? Is it the one that is, at the brink of collapse, just like the other opposition political parties?
All right.
I think they should save us of all this and contribute their own quota for our overall national socio-economic development.
Thank you.
And to enjoy Barry Cosmas, my good friend, once more, to actually think deep and come into APC. Thank you very much, and God bless you.
Chief Jude. Chief Jude, go away from here. All right, thank you. All right, okay. Chief Jude is just talking about this budget. The projected total expenditure in Nigerian budget for 2026 is 58,018 trillion naira, including 15.52 trillion naira for debt servicing. Now, this is if you remove 15 trillion from 58 trillion, how much do you have left? Debt servicing. Then we also have a recurrent non-debt expenditure is 15.2. That is 30 going. Capital expenditure will take 26.08 trillion. And then the budget deficit is expected to be 23.85 trillion naira. The budget deficit is more than the budget for capital projects. Oh, Mita, but that's very interesting. Good morning. Who dey my line? Good morning to you. Apparently, you're not ready to talk. Good morning.
Morning, Barry.
I greet you, sir. Welcome aboard.
Thank you. It's Chibuzo. I'm from this, calling you from over here.
Okay.
Barry, imagine calculating of using bandits for security purpose.
Okay.
Imagine such thing. But they are here. If they hear that I'm a member of IPOB, I will die in prison. IPOB that has no any evil thing in their hands. See, thank God is there. Their Giri police too is there. Let them be there. Let the thing be happening. You see, Nigerians, now it's morning. We never see the sea. We're going to see so that as long as APC remain. This APC I know. Oh.
Thank you. Thank you very much. All right, this message says that General on radio, I think the president is too slow to handle insecurity in this country. Otherwise, how can individuals be harassing the defense minister just without fear? And the president still kept adamant. Does it mean that individuals are powerful than the federal government now? Wow. For local government's autonomy, why not the president evoke his executive order to make sure that local governments have their autonomy? My advice is that he should evoke the executive order immediately before the greedy governors consume all the local government's funds. But is it not wickedness that up to now some state governors have refused to pay their workers 25th? 25th is next tomorrow. May God save workers. Comrade Chris Ogbona JP, Church of Presentation. Ogbona, are you part of the people that owe salary? They go pay. I don't know do you a favor. If they pay you now, you chop and finish. After Christmas, January the longest month. Anyway, that is for that. Okay, this other message says, Barrio, Merry Christmas. I heard this country is under the bandages of APC shenanigans. They treat Nigerians as conquered species. Falsehood, lies, and propaganda is the order of the day. They talk with some foolish pride and ignominy. I still maintain that APC is a party of banditry concern, no particular concern for the average vulnerable Nigerians, no milk of human kindness as if they came from the hottest part of hell. Nigeria needs more than a crusade to deliver her from the grips of APC. God will judge them. That is coming from Elder Chijoke on vacation. Okay, thank God you were on the run yesterday. Now you're on vacation. This one says, good morning, Barry, the Radio Machado, Buruburu One, and Prince Chiedozie Onwumere, writing from Owerri. Barry, Nigeria is not a country that any tribe that are peaceful will mingle with. Some group of people have taken violence and killing as right given to them by federal government because they are protecting evil. It's very unfortunate that we found ourselves here. Barry, I don't want to get annoyed with Nigerian issues, not to talk of APC and Tinubu's government, because I just want to be happy because 25th December is my birthday. Uh-oh. Barry, if you like, you can say Jesus Christ is my twin brother and father. Ha, ha, ha. Barry, you are invited. I rest my case. I am Prince Chiedozie Onwumere. Prince, where did the thing that happen now? Mo go drink and gyrate for you, dear. Jesus Christ is your twin brother. What a good way to put it. Thank you very much, and God bless you for your new age. Come next tomorrow. Happy birthday in advance to you. All right, let's go back to the front lines. Good morning.
Morning, Mr. Cosmos.
I greet you, sir.
This is Ahmad that calls from Uche Street. You know where?
All right, I'm a buddy.
Body there for clothes.
Carry go, my brother.
Yeah, Mr. Cosmos, based on converting bandits to vigilante groups, to me, I don't think it's a bad idea.
Okay.
Yes, because sometimes you can use poison to cure poison. Yes, sometimes you can use, it's very effective to use a thief to catch a thief because they know themselves better. Based on what is happening in the north about bandit rape and kidnapping.
Okay.
You can equally agree with me that there was a time Erufai said it was
a business. Yeah?
Yeah, I think what he said, some of us then thought it's a joke. That thing is true. Based on what
some of how some northern elite are sympathizing with kidnappers and bandits.
Mm.
And they're trying to convert them into vigilante groups. Remember, the one being given to Christopher Musa now happened when it equally happened when Energy was damaging for staff. He was given the same warning not to attack bandits because attacking them means attacking the North.
All right.
So it goes to the fulfillment that they are business people. And as far as the Amajiri system is concerned, it's like these people, they leave them to exist. At a point, they graduate them into businessmen, using them to do business. That's the way I look at it. Ama from Mucho.
All right, thank you very much, Ama. Good morning. Who am I line?
Hello, good morning, Daddy.
I greet you. Welcome aboard.
This is Abuja calling directly from Naked this morning.
Abuja, carry go.
Yeah. You see, this act of converting banditries to vigilante.
Okay.
It won't all go well. You know, these people are naturally wicked already. And they're the same people now. What they are going to do in the rural area is to perfect the nasty act they have developed already. Then this is upgrading them, making, in short, it is official confirmation. Let them go and do that thing they know very well how to do. They will be dealing with a lot of people. So I don't... and it's an acceptance that both the police, the army, and other security operatives have woefully failed.
Okay. All right.
And that is what, okay, to take it that way.
Thank you very much, Abuja, for your contribution. Well, this is the newspaper review live on Echo FM 100.7. It is Straight Talk with the Radio Michelle Barry Cosmos. Who dem line? Good morning.
Hello, Mr. Barry.
Yes, so welcome aboard.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning. Name and submission.
My name is Jester Steven, and I'm calling from Amakoya.
Okay.
Okay, so what I want to say is concerning this fact that bandits want to be integrated into vigilante groups.
Okay.
If you look at it now, it makes one logical conclusion. Since the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria is the Chief of the Armed Forces, Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces, it simply means that when these bandits are integrated into the Nigerian vigilante group, it means that the president could now be the chief of bandits in vigilante uniform.
Oh boy, that is a weighty talk, my brother.
It means that it's bringing us a wrong conclusion. So I think that the president should just consider into it and then see if it could help the Nigerians. Because now it means that it has legalized bandits in Nigeria, meaning that bandits can now kill people in the open. And means that all the friends in the north are no longer safe. In fact, I advise everyone living in the north to run down. If possible, run to another country and go and see.
All right, thank you. Thank you, my brother. Well, we'll come to that conversation later on. Hello, good morning.
Good morning to you, Bad Cosmos. How are you doing this morning?
I greet you. I'm fine. Welcome aboard. Name and submission.
This is Engineer Frank Ujebelebe, and this morning I am calling from Amausa Douglas.
Amausa,
honestly,
you don't chop suya this morning.
Very well, very well.
Okay.
Honestly, Mr. Cosmos,
yeah,
the kind of news we hear in this country, sometimes I need to ask myself, what kind of country is this? To an extent, a human being created by God will come out and be telling us that bandits will be converted to security personnel. Bandits. Do they really go to the dictionary and to confirm the meaning of that bandit? A terrorist group to convert to people that will guide them and the Nigerians. How possible is that? How did we get here? In this country, people will now come out publicly to say anyhow. Nobody will arrest them. Nobody will caution them. Even before now, those people we are doing all their destiny, all their nonsense, they will be doing that underground.
Okay.
They come out publicly to tell the government that, oh my God, to convert banditry to security. So is there anything good that will come out from them?
Well,
honestly speaking, they said that civil servant they will before you be admitted, they will test you. Those people that are supposed to be they're supposed to be taken to psychiatrists to test their mental this thing. it's quite unfortunate indeed. In fact, I don't know. Even when you said it, I was even shouting. I was even surprised. How possible?
Thank you. Thank you. Please, everybody join me live on YouTube. I'm taking more messages on YouTube. I don't know what is happening with the Facebook here now, but definitely join me on YouTube. That is where your messages are supposed to be directed now, or WhatsApp. Please join me live on YouTube, people. Okay, we are talking about the newspaper review. So left, right, let's take the left hand today. Good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning to you. Welcome aboard.
Yeah, my name is Bada. I'm calling from Owerri.
Okay, welcome aboard.
I'm the first-time caller anyway.
Wow. A bella blessing for you. Welcome to the family.
And you too.
All right, carry go.
Please.
Yes, sir.
I am very surprised that northern elders are applauding the bandits. So how is it that, do they really understand what they're saying and what they're doing?
Okay.
In fact, every day I keep wondering what a country this is. Honestly, I'm not happy with this news. Because I was thinking by this time, the northern elders should have come together and know what to do about this banditry in the north. So that peace will reign. How could somebody, a man, a full-fledged family man, will come on air and begin to defend the bandits that are devastating the north?
All right.
Honestly, it's not a good news at all. Thank you and God bless you. Have a nice day.
Thank you very much and welcome to the family. Good morning.
Good morning, customers.
I greet you. Welcome, sir.
I am Samuel Owunesi from Ozili Shikedi.
Okay.
Now you know what. Please, very sad. Somebody should share this type of thing. But remember what happened in Afghanistan? This is how it started.
Okay.
And we want this Nigeria to turn Afghanistan. They want us to finish. They will ask us to don't open your ear, don't shave your beard, everything. So, please, this is a plan deal. We have to allow the America to come and help us, to come and salvage us because we are in difficulty. We are dying. Please, I'm Samuel already.
All right, thank you very much. Okay, we still have just about 5 more minutes to the end of the newspaper review. Speak now, forever remain silent for today. Good morning.
Good morning, Barry Cosmo.
If I ain't that voice can never change. How are you doing?
God bless you, Ogam.
Well done.
My brother, this topic of banditry that is ravaging every part. You know, in the north, we call it bandits. In the east, we call it unknown gunmen. Of course, now different names.
Different nomenclature.
We call it Etiala.
Okay.
In the other side of it, they call it Iswa.
Okay.
The other side, they call it Boko Haram. These are the same people operating with different names.
Yes, sir.
If you give bandits vigilante, Iswa will come for their own.
Okay.
Boko Haram will come for their own. Unknown government will come for their own.
Okay.
And government started it by reintegrating and rehabilitating Boko Haram into Nigerian army.
All right.
So what do you expect? So if you give them, it's amnesty because that's what they are looking for. Amnesty into vigilante group to be carrying arms to guard who they hate or who they love. It's very unfortunate the kind of country we find ourselves. Mr. Barry, I don't know what to say because I'm tired. I'm tired of hearing bad news in this country. The only good news that I am very happy of is Dangote in this
okay.
700 and something naira, and at least I bought it today. It's 830 naira, and that is the good news for this Christmas. Thank you very much.
Thank you very, very much. Hello, who dem a line?
Yeah, I see me on the line. I'm out from Uche Street.
Okay, welcome.
Thank you very much. Mr. Cosmos, you can agree with me that some of us are still wondering why the Northern Airlines are supporting and sympathizing with bandits. It's just because some of them see them as businessmen. Some see them as freedom fighters. Some support them just to save their life. so that the bandits won't come after them. And that is the truth.
Okay.
So I want to clear that here. I'm from Uche.
Okay. Thank you very much, Amma, for your contribution. One more call. We call it a wrap on the newspaper. Good morning. Last caller for the newspaper. Uh-oh, my last caller decided not to talk to me and hung up on me. All right, opportunity to get the next last caller for the show. This is the newspaper review on Echo FM. Good morning.
Good morning, Mr. Barry. How are you doing this morning?
I am very fine. Welcome aboard.
Okay. Barry, I hope you are preparing for the Christmas.
Very, very prepared already.
Mr. Barry, on the issue of insecurity and whatever the northern side are doing, my only advice on this issue is that the eastern governors, whatever it will take them to protect the lives and property of our own, our loved ones, most especially those that came back from the Western world, America and all the rest, is very, very important. The local vigilante and all the rest. In terms of insecurity, Boko Haram, ISWAP, ISIS, Al-Shabaab, name them. The northern side, the then governor, Dean Erufai, said they are doing business. And we know they are doing this business. That's why on the issue of the country called Nigeria for now, we need to discuss it. Nigeria needs to be discussed, joke apart. He's only Igbo man, and he's only Igbo man that believe in one Nigeria. Yoruba and the northern man don't believe in one Nigeria. It's only way. So we need to discuss Nigeria. Let us know the way out. Right. Most especially on this issue of insecurity the other things that is leveraging this country that call Nigeria for now. Thank you and God bless.
Thank you very, very much. All right, on that note, we'll be calling it a wrap on the newspaper review this morning. A lot of stories on the newspaper. Please get a copy of all the national dailies we shared this morning. We didn't do local papers today, but tomorrow, be rest assured that we'll bring you our local papers here on the show. Okay, now, remember, we are going to be taking a look at plans and deliberations that are ongoing for the bandits in some northwestern states to be legalized by making them vigilante, repentant bandits to be made as vigilantes in the state. There are lots and clarion call similarities. Some northern leaders are now saying, some the clerics actually are saying that amnesty should be given to bandits because the same amnesty was given to militants here in the South. What do you make of this story? These and many more we will discuss after our break now because it's time for us to go to our news department to bring you the news update. But before that, some commercials. This is Echo FM 100.7 and you are listening to Barry Cosmos on Straight Talk. No bending canal.
The sound of the city. Echo 100.7. It's the sound of the city. Echo 100.7.
spirit I gave you, we don't need just begun.
It's the sound of the city. Echo 100.7.
This week to help those in need.
If you know that it's God Almighty that created you and created we Nigerians like you need to do good things for us because the masses are suffering. How can suspend me here? Are we your slaves?
And I'm going to win this election.
That is the truth.
Stay informed with Echo FM 100.7. Join us for exclusive interviews with experts, breaking updates on local and global events, and in-depth coverage of issues impacting our community. Tune in every weekday at 6:30 a.m., 12 noon, 2 p.m., and 6 p.m. for our major news bulletin in English, Igbo, and Pidgin language. For more inquiries, you can reach us through our email, echofm@thekingmail.com. You can follow us on our social media handles at Echo FM. Echo FM 100.7 Owerri. We are the Fresh News People.
Hello, good morning and welcome to the news update on Echo 100.7 FM, the station with fair and balanced reporting. Here are the latest stories we're keeping tabs on. The Association of Local Governments of Nigeria and the National Union of Local Government Employees have expressed strong support for President Bola Tinubu's plan to enforce direct deductions of local government funds from the Federation Account Allocation Committee aimed at strengthening grassroots governance. President Tinubu has warned that continued failure by state governors to comply with the court ruling on local government autonomy may force him to issue an executive order ensuring that allocations from the Federation account are paid directly to local councils. The federal government has declared Thursday, December 25th, Friday, December 26th, 2025, and Thursday, January 1st, 2026 as public holidays to mark Christmas, Boxing Day, and New Year celebrations across the country. In the same vein, Inspector General of Police Kayode Egbetokun has directed Zonal Assistant Inspectors General and State Commissioners of Police to intensify patrols, visibility policing, intelligence-led operations, and community engagement to ensure safety during the festive period. The federal government has dismissed objections by the Nigerian Bar Association and the National Human Rights Commission to the proposed death penalty for kidnappers and bandits, insisting the measure aligns with existing Nigerian laws. Minister of Information and National Orientation Mohammed Idris assured that the government would act strictly within the confines of the law and would not pursue any policy that contradicts Nigeria's legal or constitutional framework. Abia State Governor Alex Oti has restored electricity to 33 communities in Okwa West local government area, ending 9 years of prolonged power outage in the area. Governor Oti urged residents to protect the restored electricity facilities from vandalism and theft, stressing that community ownership is critical to sustaining development projects. Lagos State Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu has outlined plans to integrate a proposed state police structure into the state's existing security architecture to address rising insecurity. He explained that intelligence and surveillance resources from agencies such as LASMA and LASEMA would be harmonized to ensure seamless information sharing and coordinated security responses. Police operatives in Benue State have rescued 19 travelers abducted by suspected armed bandits along the Ohimini-Otukpo Road in Ohimini local government area. Police authorities say operations are ongoing to apprehend the fleeing suspects and secure the safe rescue of the remaining victim. In business, Chairman of the Revenue Mobilization Allocation and Fiscal Commission, Dr. Mohammed Shehu, says the implementation of new tax laws from January 1st, 2026 will reduce compliance burdens and create a more predictable fiscal environment. He added that the Commission remains committed to safeguarding the Federation's revenue through enhanced monitoring, forensic audits, collaboration with sub-national governments, and transparency reforms. On the foreign scene, Nigeria and the United States have signed a technical memorandum of understanding to deepen bilateral cooperation in the health sector, strengthen health security, and build a resilient healthcare system. The Coordinating Minister of Health and Social Welfare, Professor Mohammed Ali Pate, said the agreement reflects Nigeria's commitment to long-term health sector self-reliance and sustainability. In sport, the federal government has fulfilled its pledge of housing and land allocations to members of the Super Eagles following their runner-up finish of the 2023 Africa Cup of Nations in Côte d'Ivoire. The Nigeria Football Federation confirmed that players have received certificates for the plots of land and housing units promised by President Bola Tinubu, describing the gesture as a morale booster for the team. And That's all for the news update at 10, edited by Benjamin Joseph. For more information and inquiries, visit our social media handles on Facebook at Echo FM, X at Echo FM_Owerri, Instagram at Echo FM 100.7, YouTube at Echo FM 100.7. You can listen to us anywhere in the world by clicking on www.echofm.net. I am Best Beauty going far. Thank you for listening and good morning.
The sound of the city. Echo 100.7.
Live from the Eastern Heartland, Echo FM 100.7 brings you engaging conversation on trending news.
We need the federal government to sort whatever issue they are having with ASU.
And by December this year, 4,000 MOUs will be employed in Europe.
It's explosive.
Well, first of all, we must understand that war in itself is a display of anarchy. When you talk about war, that is lawlessness at its peak. When you say you are fighting war to keep Nigeria one, no. You fought the war as a manifestation of your incompetence in the management of the crisis that was then part of Nigerian history.
Hilarious.
I get malaria, my cancer. Behind every successful man, there's a woman at the front. Stop shaking your head. You stop shaking your head. You're one of those who are causing problems. On action, I don't want to somebody.
And daring.
Mr. President, God will ask all of us, but you will be in the front. I will say, I've told the Senate President.
Our nation remains one of the most insecure and least peaceful in the world today, making Nigeria one of the hungriest countries of the world. Nigerians now spend nearly their entire income on feeding.
We may be hungry, but we can manage our hunger.
My appeal is that you dedicate 20% of 2025, roughly 72 days, to visit each of the 36 states.
Catch the drama, feel the excitement on Straight Talk on Echo FM 100.7 Owerri with the Radio Marshal Barry Cosmos. Every weekday, 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. Join the conversation on Straight Talk with Barry Cosmos. Straight Talk, get straight analysis, no bending corners.
Let's
It's the sound of the city. Echo 100.7. Echo FM.
Sweet music only on your favorite radio dial at Echo FM 100.7. You love music? You love Echo FM 100.7.
Welcome back, people, to the main event on radio. Welcome to the People's Program. It is a Straight Talk live on Echo FM. Okay, let's go to the conversation. We have been talking about the plans and move by some northern states to legalize banditry, or bandits, as they call it. Well, there are calls for amnesty for bandits compared to Niger Delta militants. There are also civil society criticisms about disproportionate force and all those craziness that goes along with everything that you can imagine. So this has become a very, very serious issue and worry for concern. Now, let us start with the comments accredited to Usman Yusuf, who is an oncologist, who has said that he's warning the Bola Ahmed Tinubu administration of plans to fight banditry and insecurity in general with every determination they can summon. Tragically, some Northerners to whom he has directed these inciting rhetorics appear convinced that he is the genuine article. So, what is this man saying? He also went further to warn General Christopher Musa, retired now, the defense minister, that he should remember he is not a commander in the battlefield. He's now a political appointee, making him realize that one day you are no longer a soldier, you're a politician, so you got to play politics. You got to play politics with insecurity. You got to play politics with everything that has to do with North-South dichotomy, Christian and Muslims, and all those craziness that happen in the Nigerian political circuit. This man just left the military. Now they don't begin corrupting head because he is now a political appointee. Now, that is the rhetorics from a northern leader that I use and I have a lot of respect for, who has been very vocal. Even during the Buhari administration, he was talking. But right now, what is this about not? As ecologists argued that such a fight would unfairly target the Fulani and indicate prejudice against that race. Now, this is a statement attributed to Yusuf Usman. Yusuf Usman used to be the National Health Insurance Scheme, that he was the executive secretary of the National Health Insurance Scheme in Nigeria. And now he's saying that the fight against banditry is going to be what? A logical, if you fight it to a logical conclusion, it's going to indicate that you're fighting Fulani and you're having prejudice against that race. What does this mean for the people? I just wanted to bring out these kind of statements and let's hear. Now, this is a revered man. Again, let's look at the dynamics of this Fulani issue. One, the National Security Advisor is a Fulani man, right? The Junior Defense Minister is also a Fulani man. Before Christopher Musa, the former one was also a Fulani man. So when you put all these things input by the Chief of Army Staff, Chief of Defense Staff, Chief of that, okay, how is this fight going to be targeted at Fulani? So that is another angle we are looking at now. So every time somebody wants to fight banditry, face them head on, koro, some of the northern elders will say you are fighting the North, or you're fighting a particular religion, or you're fighting a particular tribe, mostly always the Fulani. So why are they bringing this kind of rhetorics? Is it to protect them or to make sure that they don't go overboard in killing the Fulani people or there and that? That is a very big question mark there that needs to be answered by the proponents of talks like this. Making this whole thing, and let's correlate it to the issue of turning bandits into vigilantes as proposed by some northern states, especially Zamfara State. Remember, Zamfara State was the very first state to bring in Sharia law into Nigeria in 1999, during the Obasanjo era. The same Sharia army has caused a lot of issues to Nigerians. Sharia law as its own is supposed to just be affecting the Muslim people who agree willingly to follow that law. Even though Nigeria is a secular state, the Sharia law has come. That's why we have the Hizbah police, we have the Nigeria police. So the Hizbah police have their own different set of people, different set of laws that these people agree with. So with the Nigerian police, do they agree with the Hizbah police? That is yet to be really identified. Because before the court of law has pronounced you guilty, you may lose your one hand if there is so desire in that court. Now, at the end of the day, this relating what allies are saying to the fact of trying to now find a way to protect these bandits again in the name of converting them from terrorists into vigilantes. How will that end insecurity in Nigeria, people? Now, that's the question I'm asking this morning. How will that end insecurity in the North? Let us recall a similar story here in Igbo land. Remember the most dreaded armed robber that time and the men of the underworld in Onitsha. What's that his name again? I've forgotten. It's Jericho. Can you remember Jericho and the rest of them? At one time, they were vigilantes to the government. Can you remember them? So these are the things. How did that turn out for Anambra people? How did that turn out for the people of the Southeast? You cannot carry a bloodthirsty person, give him arms to go and protect the people he's terrorizing. It has never worked and will never work. How come, instead of fighting terrorism heads on, bringing these people down to their block, either eliminating them or jailing them, in the jail, rehabilitate them while they serve their jail time, so when they come out from the jail, they either be de-radicalized or they turn a new leaf and stay away. If they go through all those punishments and it does not reform them, how can somebody just say, I give up, or I'm not going to fight again? I won't kill again. I won't kidnap again. So all the killings and everything we do will be washed away, and then you now make him a vigilante, still operating with the same guns and weapons he's used to, still give him the power to intimidate people. So this is on one side. On the other side, if these people stop killing and they are being paid, because most of them is money that they are looking for, collecting ransom for kidnappings and the rest of them, then the insecurity will reduce. Or at least to an end come to a halt, if they are all recruited, then who now pays the vigilante? Where will the fund pay to pay the vigilantes? This fund, will it be equated to the amnesty pay they are paying the bandits, the militants? Is this the end agitation? Is this exactly the end product of all this, so that the Nigerian government will grant an amnesty like Gumi has been advocating for, or what? So these are all issues. I want us to collectively talk about this. This is not, remember, this program is not meant to for prejudice against anybody. Not the Fulanis, not the Northerners, not the Southerners. It's just for us to have a very mature conversation. If you know you are angry and you want to talk anyhow, please stay away from this conversation. It's meant for the matured minds. We need to sensitize ourselves, reorient ourselves. Somebody called me on this break now saying, okay, if they're going to make the bandits, vigilantes, we should make unknown gunmen here in the Southeast as vigilantes, make IPOB or ESN as vigilantes again, legalize them so that they can now move freely, not hiding anymore, to guide and protect these Eastern people. So we are now keeping our own fingers. You see, anytime something happens like this, if it happens to the North, it's bound to come to the South and then bound to go to the West. That means we're not leaving our security in the arms or the hands of the non-state actors. That's what it means. But what do I know? I want you to have your own say on this topic. 0911-20,022 or 0707-454-1014. This is Straight Talk, no bending corners. Let's go. Good morning.
Good morning, Barry.
Good morning. Welcome aboard.
Yeah, compliment for the season.
Compliment. Is that fine?
No, this is Sunday August from Christchurch.
Okay. Carry go, my brother. Welcome.
Yes, on the issue of discourse.
Yeah.
Barry, if you come to the Economic market here,
okay,
even around that Joku area, we find Fulanis doing genuine business.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
So why should in fact, this issue started from when our borders were open. Now, when we had that militant issue, the borders that were open, we knew who these persons were. They were fighting for whatever they were fighting for.
Okay.
But these other persons from this other side, what are they fighting for? So I think this text is calling for integration into what do you call them, vigilantes. Is not a good way to go. Let two wrongs don't make a right.
You say these people are doing legitimate business and these people are fighting for something. That's a militant, right? That's people you're referring to fighting for something.
But what I mean is that, but what I mean is, even the customer I buy rice and beans from,
okay,
the Fulani guy.
Yeah.
We have many of them doing business in the market. So these other ones now that are killing persons, these persons are criminals. Let's just call a spade a spade.
So you don't support the idea of making them vigilantes?
But that is what I'm saying.
But if they become vigilantes, doesn't think this insecurity will reduce?
Barry, I don't think it's true. I don't think it's true.
Okay.
Let's just call it spade a spade. Something with the bad, we say it's bad.
Okay. Thank you very much.
So that's just my take. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning, Barry, my brother.
I greet you. Welcome aboard. Happy Christmas in advance.
The same to you, my darling brother from another mother.
I greet you.
Yes, you are talking to Ndejike, calling you here from Elume Chemical BBZena.
I greet you especially.
Barry, you see, this thing gets as it be.
Okay.
You know the white men build cars, the end of discussion. And before you know it, the say no boom market again became discussion continue.
Abi?
This is what we are seeing in the banditry aspect of this thing.
Okay.
Now they don't they don't give automatic order to see they will fight them. Some of their people where they negotiate don't come out again, say they will kill, they are targeting Fulanis, they will kill them.
Okay.
They want to bring them into vigilante. My brother is just like discussion and discussion continue. The same people where they bring them into the military, we are not getting any good results. Now I want to bring them to vigilante, to legalize them. My brother, it's a no and no-go area.
All
they
right.
shouldn't do that. Thank you.
Thank you very much, my brother. Hello, good morning.
Yeah, good morning once more, Mr. Cosmos.
Am I just a flex this week?
Yes, he is my own tongue.
All right.
Yes, Mr. Cosmos.
Yes?
This is straight talk, no bending corner.
At all.
You have not asked me why I'm on the side of supporting the making of or converting this bandit into vigilante.
Thank God you're here. Now, let's hear your reasons.
Okay, it may appear controversial, but I have some vital points.
Yeah, you have the floor. Go ahead.
Yeah, you see, if you convert them into vigilante groups properly, when it is done properly, the keywords they are properly done.
Okay.
You see, you provide them very well. You have access to them. Then they'll be policed. As far as they are vigilante group, they'll be policed by the police or other government security operatives. So they will be under them.
Okay.
So they are accessible. You know them one-on-one.
Okay.
Then, like I said before, sometimes poison is used to cure poison.
Okay.
And thief is used to catch thief. They know the way they do things. They know how to catch their agitated fellow members.
Okay.
Just like what happened in the Niger Delta. When the oil pipes were being blown up. At a point, the Buhari government employed Tombola to man the blowing up of oil pipes. You can agree with me that thing worked. It stopped. So if they are employed or converted into vigilante group, then properly profiled and policed by the government security operatives.
Okay.
So they will find it difficult to veer from what they are supposed to do, and they'll be properly guided.
Okay.
So that is the way I look at it. And because they know those people who do those things, because they have been in the business before, they'll be in a better position to know how to tackle the problem.
Okay.
That's the way I look at it.
You think that if they give them opportunity, they are going to lay their arms and become righteous and stop killing people? You think so?
Yes, if they are properly, profiled and given the necessary orientation.
Can you stop a lion from flesh eating or smelling blood?
Sometimes somebody can repent and change from his bad ways. It happens.
All right.
And it's just a natural process. It's a question of giving the person proper profiling and make sure that he is policed by the necessary, security agents.
All right, thank you very much.
That will do the job.
Thank you
now,
very much.
you can easily get him if he commits any crime. Are you getting me? Because he has already been captured and everything is done about him. So you capture his data and so on and so forth.
Thank you.
Whatever he does, as far as his don't bring it somewhere, it will easily be caught. So that's the way it is done.
Thank you. Thank you, Emma, for your message there. All right, let's go to our Facebook page now. Opong Iyele says, good morning, my friend. How is your family? Abadie, my dear son. So, my name is Iyena. I'm texting from New Owerri. Barry, please leave Nigerian problem to Nigeria. We can never continue like this. It's a Bali Nigerian leaders are the ones doing us. They are the ones telling us sorry, which a country that we are, what we will tell the next generation about this country. But when I know, what I know is that one day everybody will do account according to his works. But I tell them Judgment Day is coming. All I said to my good friend is Happy Christmas in advance. I wish you and your family long life and prosperity. Thank you very much. And God bless you. God bless you as the blues there. Ike Henry say, oh, Diego. This one, Mazi what Diego says, one Nigeria. All right. We also have Mayene Esiet says, Chief Professor Barry, good morning, sir. How was your night? You are doing a good job. Keep it up. Please take it easy. This country is still our own. Thanks. All right. Stan Chukwueze says, I laugh in Swahili. Nice development to them, but they shouldn't use their own to spoil ours. Indeed, Nigeria is a script. Oh, my God. Dr. Mrs. Olebra from Owerri says, let all this heartbreaking news not spoil our Christmas mood. Let's not lose the meaning of Christmas. It's time to think of Jesus as a baby in a manger. The very creator of earth come to us as a child. He did not come as a strong, rich king, yet was the greatest of all kings. He humbled himself. He was not born in a great grand palace. The baby who had no cradle but a manger became the Lord and Savior of mankind. He gave a new and spiritual tone to the lives of people. Have you made him the creator, the center and circumference of your life? That is the gospel, according to Dr. Mrs. Olebra. Alfonso Chima says, straight talk on Echo FM 100.7 Owerri. With Mr. Barry Cosmos one on radio, I greet you, sir. Usman Yusuf called for the defense minister to stop operations against bandits and terrorists is dangerous and misguided. Nigerians has suffered long enough from insecurity. Terrorists and bandits thrive where the state hesitates, while powerful sponsors of violence go free, and some criminals are absorbed as vigilantes. As in Zamfara, this selective enforcement undermines justice, fuels frustration, and feeds agitation, including the self-determination call by Nnamdi Kanu. Dialogue has its place, but the state must refuse to bargain with criminals. True peace comes, it says, true peace comes only when the law applies to all and leaders act decisively to protect citizens. The prayer is, may God grant our leaders courage, wisdom, and integrity to restore lasting peace. Alfonso Chima from Amsu Junction. All right, we also have this one. Chika Henry says, good morning, Barry Cosmos, the one on radio, and Okenze on radio. Today's topic is a sensitive one. Things like this is strange and never heard anywhere in the world. Henry Naji from Afama Market, Old Road, Nekede. All right, that is what it is. Good morning.
Good morning, Barry Cosmos.
I greet you.
I am Samuel from Zurich Tribune.
Okay.
Please, I heard what the Northern Elder said.
Okay.
The one that the federal government gave amnesty and recruited them into military. What are they doing now? They are causing problems and carrying arms and ammunition into bush to their brothers.
Okay.
Is it not true? But now they have turned to another one to vigilante them, be them to vigilante. My brother, I think that that will not work well because they have to think very well. Let their thinking be fast. They have to have fast thinking. Otherwise, something will fall aside.
All right.
That's my take.
Thank you very, very much for your contribution. Okay, on our YouTube, we have this message from Chuku Nonso. He said, Mr. Barry, good morning. My name is Nonso from Away. This is Islamization agenda at work. It's so painful that the southern part of Nigeria is not understanding the evil plan of these northern Muslims. All right, thank you very much. That is the gospel according to Chukunan. So there, let's go back to the phone lines. Good morning.
Good morning once again, Mr. Barry. How are you doing?
I am very fine.
Mr. Barry, you see this issue.
Yeah?
It has been done and dusted. They must be guaranteed by this government. You know, this government is interested in 2027. And this is one of the pressures that will come onto him to grant these people amnesty and they bring them into the society. My brother, which way Nigeria? You ask yourself, if these people are being integrated into the society, are we safe? Because before Mr. President will grant these people into amnesty to be a security or whatever agent in the society, let him first of all legalize gun for every Nigerian for self-protection. If not, these people, they have a mission and they have agenda. Do you know before now, they have told us they have closed local languages in our school, Igbo, Hausa, and Yoruba. Within 2 years or 3 years, watch me, they will make it for local languages, Igbo, Hausa, Yoruba, and the Fulani language. Mark my word today, being 23rd of December 2025, and see what will be the reaction. These people have agenda. That's why I'm calling for the negotiation of this country called Nigeria. Those that want to stay under this umbrella, let them stay. Those that want to go, let them go. Thank you and God bless you.
Thank you very much. Okay. We are still on the conversation as a controversy as Northern states consider legalizing bandits as vigilantes. That has become a very serious national discourse. Some say yes, some say no, but what say you? Good morning.
Good morning, Mr. Barry Cosmo.
Okay. Good morning. Welcome aboard.
Thank you. This is Alex calling from MPC.
Okay.
This same statement was the statement of Buhari then, when he has never been president. He said the fight against the terrorists, fight against North.
Okay.
The same thing has been repeated. So you can now know that this banditry of a thing can never stop in Nigeria. Because some people say that the fighting against bandits is also fighting their tribe.
Yeah.
How can someone be a terrorist and terrorizing, be killing people, kidnapping people, and when security operatives come again after them, you now saying that they are fighting against the particular region? These people don't want this insecurity to end. Okay, let us end it this way. Let these particular people go their own. These people go their separate ways. So that when things happen like this, they're like, let them leave bandits now, let them kill them all. Look at this man now that entered there now. He's trying his best now to eliminate terrorists. Now they are speaking against it. Which kind of Nigeria we do now? We are not supposed to be one country. Let them divide this country. Let them people get their separate ways now. Which kind of Allah is this for this country for crying out loud? Thank you, Barry.
All right. Thank you. Thank you very much. All right. I just recall when you mentioned Buhari's name. Now, this is the similarities between what the northern leaders are complaining as it concerns Boko Haram when it started. Remember, in 2013 specifically, Buhari was being interviewed on Liberty Radio program, and then Buhari made that comment, that very, very big comment that never nobody will forget. He criticized the military crackdown on Boko Haram members, say many were being killed and their houses destroyed by the government. He contrasted that with how Niger Delta militants were treated under previous administrations, where they were cajoled, given money, and granted amnesty, trained, and even given employment. Buhari suggested this difference in treatment was unjust and part of why Boko Haram leaders, supporters, were driven to further violence. Now, I want to bring this statement back to what is happening now. Buhari also says the difference in treatment between the Niger Delta then in 2013 and the Boko Haram in the north, they were having contrasting difference. These people were trained, cajoled, given money, and then given employment. But Boko Haram, they are fighting their own. They were being killed and their houses destroyed. In his particular words, he says, unquote, says, you see, in the case of Niger Delta militants, they were given amnesty, but the ones in the north are being killed and their houses demolished. This was a statement of General Buhari when he was still an opposition leader in the CPC before the merger, and they merged after that whole statement, and they removed under General Hejirika, who was the then chief of army staff, and a Christian at that. Then, the context is that Boko Haram began as an Islamist group opposing Western education and expanded into a violent insurgency. Buhari's comments were made during the Goodluck Jonathan government's effort to suppress Boko Haram, including military operations in 2012 and 2013 under army leadership of Lieutenant General Azubike Ihejirika, which saw significant casualties among Boko Haram fighters, where Buhari was arguing that the government response seemed harsher than the amnesty approach used in the Niger Delta for militants there. Now, this whole thing, does it suggest to you, are the bandits doing this so that the government will give them amnesty just the way they did to what do they call, the militants here in the Niger Delta? Is this what they are looking for, in your own estimation, based on this kind of comments, and then based on what Yusuf is saying? Do we think the Northerners are also aspiring that government should give them equal treatment? Now, the militants we are fighting because the oil deploration and the degradation of their lands was being used, and the money was used for Nigeria. What is Boko Haram and banditry? What are they fighting for? Gumi said they should give them amnesty. Buhari was suggesting amnesty. Yusuf is suggesting amnesty. Most of these leaders who are supposedly supposed to be people who should call these guys to order are talking about amnesty. So does it mean it's a grand plan for them to get amnesty and employment for their youth who are carrying arms terrorizing Nigeria? Because since they don't have oil pipes to blow, they have to kill human beings in order to speak out their mind. Do you think that is what they're doing? Let me get your thoughts on that one. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning, buddy.
I greet you.
Yes, I called back. Ndejiki from Elume Chemical Business.
All right.
Buddy, you enlighten us. You let me know that these people are fighting because of oil they get from their land, and they are not utilizing it down there.
Yeah.
And these ones are fighting for Boko Haram. Boko Haram is just that, like English. Education is not useful. It's a taboo. So that is what they mean, Boko Haram. So I'm just trying to let you know that these two people are two different people. They have two different faiths.
Okay.
So what they call these people to order, they calm down, and then they have some things done in their place. They have to calm down. But this one now, are they coming down so that they will stop sucking blood? Or they will stop killing people? So their own case is a different case. Niger Delta people are not kidnapping anybody. They are just fighting for their civic rights. But this one now, which of the rights is Gumi? Let them just give us a kind of guideline where these people are heading to and where they are coming from, so that Nigeria will know. Because they dance, an old woman know how to dance. If she knows how to dance Makosa, she can never, till she dies, she will not forget it. So likewise, these villages, they can never stop blood sucking. Let us just go straight to the point.
All right, thank you. Thank you very much. Hello, good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Barry.
Thank you. Welcome aboard.
Yeah, I don't bounce back. Sonny from Christchurch.
Okay.
Yes, I think I've been an ardent listener of your programs.
Thank you. Welcome aboard.
Over time, he's been telling. In fact, one of that general that was killed when he was calling his guys for help.
The brigadier general.
Over time we've had infiltration in our army. So, as in, okay, now let's put it on a scale. Niger Delta militants, yes, sometimes they do kidnap expatriates, but the wanton killing from this other side is not, as in, what we had in the militant era was not what we'll be having now.
All right, thank you.
So why should someone try to put them on the same scale?
All right, thank you. I'm going to give you some information and data so we compare and contrast if oil spillage, deprivation, and the degradation is the same. I like to put all the cards on the paper so everybody will see and know where these guys are coming from. This program, like I told you, it's all about educating ourselves, enlightening ourselves, and informing all of us. So now let's take a look at something. The main drivers behind banditry in Nigeria, what are they? The bandits groups in the northwest, especially Zamfara, Katsina, Sokoto, KB, Kaduna, Niger, from a mix of one. There is economic survival. Nobody can deny that one. There's extreme poverty in the north. Loss of livelihoods, especially cattle rearing and cattle rustling, because there is no more green field for them to graze. And they are not coming down again because there are a lot of people are beginning to fight them from coming down to graze their cattle. And the collapse of rural economies. This is one of the biggest challenges they have heightened in the north. This is complete collapse of rural economies. Is this a Nigerian problem or failure of leadership in the various places? You go to a northern state, there's only one city there. And then if you go to the city, people are living light. If you go to the rural areas, people are so poor that they don't even have pipe-borne water. Sometimes you see colored water, brown water, and they're drinking it. This is what the northerners are passing through in the north. So economic survival is one of those things that are driving people into banditry in the north. The cattle rustling and criminal markets. Where rustling cattle selling across borders, kidnapping for ransom became more profitable over time. So the cattle are the primary business of most of these Fulani people. They don't have any other business. Because of ill education, because of they are not educated, they cannot even survive without those cattle. So if the cattle is not available, what is available? They're gone. And that's one of the things that make sure these things are going on and on and on and on. Then the worst one is this arms proliferation there. The arms proliferation is just weapons from Libya, from Sahel conflicts, the weak border control and all that. With this now, is it not the federal government is failing in this respect to protect the border, including the state governments and the rest of them? So would you say these things are also comparable to the oil pipelines that were being blown because you're taking oil from them and you're taking food from the north and they're getting nothing? That is what they are complaining about. These are things that are fueling banditry. So if you put this thing together, they also have local conflicts. These local conflicts are very easy. Of course, farmer header clashes has been there since Nigeria became, even before Nigeria became a country, this farmer header clashes has been there. It's not as bad as it is right now, but this is all fueling. And then there's also state absence, complete absence in some places in the north. If you go there, you wonder if this is Nigeria. Most of us have not traveled up to the north. We don't understand. When we are saying this, we don't understand. Are you aware that you may travel from over here to Olu, if you see one house, go see. Not talk of electricity or pipe-borne water. Now, this is complete state absence in these very local areas in there. Road to go there, Wahala. They never see food chop, where they want to talk about education and the rest of them. So these are problems that are not facing. Would you say this thing, if you put them on paper, and then the oil spillage, the oil, this thing, that you're taking oil and you're not giving back to the society where this oil is coming, that is what prompted militancy to come up to this. So if you put this on paper, can you equate both of them to be on the same scale? Let me get your thoughts in the next few minutes before we go. We only have 5 minutes. Hello, good morning.
A gracious and a pleasant morning to you, dear Barry Cosmos.
I greet you. Welcome aboard, sir.
Chimezie Madu Waham.
All right.
Welcome.
Thank you. Welcome.
Let me quickly react on the issue of the northern elders of Nigeria. The issue remains that...
Okay, just talk fast because there's no time. Just quickly. Uh-oh. What happened? Please do call back if you can, because we only have about 3 more minutes. Who will give me some very good things to what I've just given you, the comparison between what the north and the south is facing. Are they the same? Good morning.
Good morning, Barry.
I greet you.
I am Dr. Dino. I'm
Okay.
calling from Thank you for your explanation. And I want to align with you that all the conflicts are the same. And in conflict management, what you do is you use dialogue. And what is these people looking for? Means of survival and livelihood. When there is no employment and source of this, what comes to mind? It's a conflict. And so the conflict in the north is a source of survival. And what is lack of tolerance, lack of leadership. And for me, I tend to support the idea. When they are profiled, then they are integrated under security supervision of police and army.
All right.
They are digitally enumerated and provide sort of income for them. Employment. How they feel will receive. Security like politics. It's a local issue. So the local issue there, security-wise, they need to be secure locally. I think any attempt the government is doing in that direction. Thank you.
All right, thank you. All right, just to wind down, banditry started as a criminality act, no different. There was no ideology. Banditry is like Ole, Ojibolo, thief, Ndoshi. They come with guns. Armed robbers and bandits are the same thing. Let's leave all this language. These are robbers, thieves. They come to your house, they kidnap, or they take whatever they want to take at gunpoint. If you resist, or sometimes you don't even need to resist, they just feel like killing you, they'll kill you, and they take whatever they want to take and go. It has nothing to do with a man who says, no way, my pipeline in my backyard and I'm suffering, no way, you can't do that again, and they took to arms. They are two different things. No ideology. The Niger Delta militants bandits did not present a clear political agenda or formal demands. That's another thing, because they just started fighting. A lot of people also took it from the wrong way. And that's why we say sometimes if Nigeria is working well, then nobody will have all this kind of thing. Now, the whole crux of the matter is failure of government, nothing else. The absence of government in the North is fueling banditry, because there is no way you live in poverty and somebody presents you with an opportunity to have a lifeline to live, to have some power, some measure of power, you will not take it. A lot of young people will take it. Some of us that are complaining, if we find ourselves in this situation like that, we may do worse. But at the end of the day, is that right? No. Why is it so? Government failure, absence of government. Somebody in the North is living in mansions. He has been in government. Let's take Senator Ndume, for instance. He has been in the Senate since 1999 till date. But if you go to his place, you will find that there is very little thing you can pinpoint. This is what he has done. There are so many senators who have been there forever. If you see them, they're big, large. Now you see so many rich. In short, the richest set of people are from the North in this country. Forget the affluence we show here in the South. All the allergies and all the allergies, the bureau, the change guys, whether real or no real, these guys have money that is, when they say money in water, I don't get them. But they still have the poorest people. That is because education is zero. Only the few elite ones are educated. They keep living well, become their leaders, and the same leaders will now tell this uneducated one that education is haram. And these ones foolishly will follow and become poverty cycle, going round and round and round. These are all issues. All is government failure. Because if government is doing what they are supposed to do, none of this will happen. So we call on Nigerian government to look at this. All this decorating and sugarcoating won't solve nothing. It will not solve nothing at all. If the local governments where these bandits are working and there is employment for some of these boys, will they join banditry? These are issues. Now, local government autonomy has become an issue. Please, we call on the government to make sure local governments are autonomous and they deliver dividends of democracy. On that note, we'll be calling it a wrap on today's program. I do hope you've learned a lot and also enjoyed the presentation today. I enjoyed all the comments. Thank you all for being part of the program, for sending in messages and calling. I appreciate you so much. This is where we end today. Of course, up next is Health Revolution. Of course, the SM needed some rest, and she is having a well-deserved rest. So everybody, let's just go on with the program. DJ Mass is up next. He's going to give you a lot and lots of blasts as we also listen to Health Revolution. Thank you very much. My name is Barry Cosmos, and I'll be signing out right now. Bye-bye.
Sweet music only on your favorite radio dial. Echo FM 100.7.
Chukwuemeka Nwachukwu, popularly known as BM Priest, Big Man Priest, is a rap and Afro-pop artist. He has worked with various local artists in composing, collaborating, and producing music for over 10 years in the industry. BM Priest obtained a bachelor's degree in banking and finance in the University of Science and Technology, Rivers State. Born in Port Harcourt, Nigeria, and hails from Isiala Mbano local government area in Imo State, BM Priest has released several singles like Sell the Thing, Dead or Alive, and Glory. His songs can be streamed on platforms like Apple Music,